Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. This week, we've got Be the Booker for this Sunday's WWE No Way Out on pay-per-view. All the latest from WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, along with the Fan Zone and Star of the Week. The Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night starts right here, right now on My 24 in Milwaukee. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report, primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson here alongside David Hero. And yes, indeed, it is time again for Be the Booker. This time, though, we are looking at tomorrow's WWE No Way Out on pay-per-view. We're going to talk about 3 of the matchups here, and then you can find our analysis on the other matches at our website, pwrshow.com. So, David, firstly, let's take a look at the World Heavyweight Championship. Dolph Ziggler qualifies on Monday night. We'll talk more about that in the Raw report. But he is now the man replacing Alberto Del Rio against Sheamus for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow at No Way Out.
Dolph Ziggler gets a big victory over Christian to become the #1 contender. Him and Sheamus going to have a 5-star match. It's going to be great because you got to picture this: a more athletic Diesel against a younger Shawn Michaels. It's going to be a lot of motion in the ring with Dolph Ziggler bumping
Diesel
all over the place. Yeah, Sheamus is like a big jacked up Kevin Nash Diesel. It's the motion that everyone's going to be watching for, and Dolph Ziggler will bounce everywhere, all over the place. Sheamus, though, he's the world champ. He's the man. He's the guy that they have now decided will be the face of SmackDown with the absence of Randy Orton. I like Sheamus to go in. I like to see. I don't know what you're doing that for because.
Well, Ziggler's a member of the Nelson family.
This isn't your segment, and that's a permanent marker.
It's a dry erase marker. I can read.
So Sheamus over Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler isn't ready yet. Yes, he won the #1 contenders match. Yes, he is the one that the fans want to see win.
Anti-Ziggler.
I'm not being anti-Ziggler. I'm saying listen, you don't have Randy Orton. You don't have Rey Mysterio.
Actually, I do have Randy Orton on my team.
Well, he's suspended.
He'll be back.
There's so many guys missing in the talent pool. The depth isn't there. You got to believe that Sheamus is the guy that will get them through SummerSlam. Sheamus defeats Dolph Ziggler with the big bro kick.
It'll be fun getting there, though, huh? Should be a great match.
It's going to be a great match. There's going to be a lot of false finishes where you honestly think Dolph Ziggler is going to beat Sheamus. But in the end, this right here is the guy that the company is backing and 110% behind.
WWE Championship on the line as CM Punk will defend against both Kane and Daniel Bryan. And you got to think one at AJ Lee will have some piece of this matchup.
You know, there's a whole lot of piece in this matchup. You got Kane, you got Punk, you got Daniel Bryan, Danielson. All 3 guys could walk out with the world championship. Kane's he's a former champion. Punk obviously is a champ. Daniel Bryan, Danielson, one of the more popular younger guys in the company, former world champion. You can circle whoever you want.
He's a member of the Nelson family. That's what the red circles indicate.
But here's the one true story about this whole thing. Behind the fall of every successful man is what? A woman.
I'm not saying it.
So, with that being said, I honestly believe Daniel Bryan Danielson and AJ Lee are going to cost CM Punk and Kane the championship, and Daniel Bryan Danielson will leave No Way Out the world champion.
Which means we're going to July with Daniel Bryan and Punk still
absolutely
battling each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know you're shocked about that.
You know, because, well, you don't like him. I mean, what Vince McMahon said to him Monday Night on Raw is what you say all the time about him.
I say that about a lot of guys in wrestling. Some of them don't look like wrestlers. But that's fine. It's neither here nor there. DBD, yeah, you know me, is leaving as the WWE champion.
And it will be a matchup that will be held inside of a steel cage. It is John Cena versus The Big Show, and in The Big Show's corner will be John Laurinaitis, and watching John Laurinaitis in The Big Show's corner will be the chairman, Vince McMahon.
And let's not forget, if John Cena loses,
You're fired.
He's fired. Well, that right there tells me exactly what's going to happen. The Big Show is going to beat John Cena, and Vincent Kenny McMahon will have no choice but on Monday Night Raw to call John Cena down to the ring and fire him, which will then pop another big
I'm not sure you have the steps
Monday
right in this one. I believe that if Big Show loses, Laurinaitis is fired. I don't believe that if John Cena loses, he's fired.
Well, it doesn't make one bit of difference. The Big Show is going to beat John Cena. John Cena needs to lose. He's going to be in a cage with a man 7'5", 500 pounds. If the Big Show loses to John Cena tomorrow night at No Way Out, then Big Show beating up Brodus Clay, Zack Ryder, Santino Marella, Kofi Kingston, and Ron Killings has meant absolutely nothing.
WWE No Way Out tomorrow night on pay-per-view, and we are definitely interested to hear who you are looking forward to participating in No Way Out tomorrow,
Really?
which match you're most looking forward to. So now let's go to the Fan Zone with Linda Kay with some of our great PWR viewers.
Thanks, guys. We are here at Karma, and this Sunday is No Way Out. And with that, this is Ron from Milwaukee. Ron, which match are you looking most forward to at No Way Out, and why?
I'm actually looking forward to the match with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk because I have no idea how AJ is going to be involved with the match. I do love the yes, yes, yes shirts, but I'm more of a fan of CM Punk, so I hope that he pulls it off.
And that was this week's Fan Zone. Still to come, Damien and Dave talk about Raw, SmackDown, Ring of Honor, and this week's Star of the Week. Much more to come on the Pro Wrestling Report, Prime Time.
There's only one place to get the latest from pro wrestling, including the only place to get 100% verified wrestling news. Watch or listen to all of our latest TV and radio broadcasts on demand and get caught up on wrestling news between episodes. PWRshow.com is the cleanest, friendliest, and most fan-friendly source for wrestling news on the web.
Welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Report, primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting here alongside David Hero, and it's time to go to this week's WWE Raw report. And we almost could have said it's Vader time because a big return this past Monday night on Raw, and a fun one at that, the man they call Vader.
Who would have thought the big man, the big beast from Colorado, Vader, would still be remembered by all the young wrestling fans on Monday Night Raw?
It's because you just dismissed them as being young without giving them enough credit to realize they know the Mastodon. They know Vader.
He hasn't been on TV in 15 years. It's been a long time. 1997, 2012. That's 15 years. But Vader returns, and you know what? It was good. It felt good to see Vader go out there and destroy your one-man rock band.
Heath Slater did what he needed to do to make Vader look good. I appreciate him for doing that. I also appreciate him for almost hand-delivering this trophy to me as I won the 2011 Pro Wrestling Report draft, as you were.
Now, you know what? Monday Night Raw was solid, and it's funny because they had to bring back Vader. They had to bring back Vinnie Mac, the backstage vignettes to get the crowd motivated and energized to sit through 3 hours of wrestling.
Did it feel like a 3-hour show this past Monday night to you?
No, it didn't, because they changed things up. You had Vince McMahon, a character that hasn't been on TV for several weeks, if not a couple months.
October was the last time he was on WWE
television. It's been that long
television.
since October? So he comes back, he does the backstage vignettes, he's calling his mama, he's interacting with Hornswoggle.
Abusing scooters.
You know what?
Telling Daniel Bryan he doesn't look like a superstar.
Well, we've said that before many times. But it's finally something different, unique. It kept the fans interested where they didn't want to change the channel to see what else was on.
Not even when Vince McMahon went back to his stand-back days and danced with the Funkettes?
Oh, you could have called the Heroettes. No, I mean, that was funny. I mean, it's Vince McMahon dancing with the Funkettes. It doesn't get much more entertaining than that.
He was perfect in his role, well received by the fans and attendance, got obviously a face reaction, his interactions with Laurinaitis and all the other people you mentioned, including his interaction with John Cena and the Big Show at the end of the night, which resulted in him getting a knockout punch from the Big Show, all just fantastically done. But while we know Vince McMahon is a great character on television and he typically means it's something you need to watch when he's on, how long can they get out of him? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night at No Way Out. He could align himself with Big Show and Laurinaitis for all we know.
You really don't want to have Vincent Kennedy McMahon be a full-time player on Raw right now.
Why not?
I think I said it before, he's a special attraction. He's an Undertaker. He's a Triple H. He's a Brock Lesnar. A guy that you don't want to see every week because then the novelty is going to wear off. Let Vince McMahon make his, special appearances every couple months or so. It means that much more. Otherwise, we know what, the fans are just going to get tired of him.
Can't sneeze at 700,000 additional viewers, which is what WWE Raw achieved this past Monday night, seemingly on the heels of the announcement of Vince McMahon's return.
Well, absolutely. But like I said, you won't have that. It won't sustain if he's there every week.
Dolph Ziggler gets a main event matchup this Sunday at No Way Out, as we talked about just a little while ago, defeating Christian, the Great Khali, and Jack Swagger in that four-way matchup. Dolph Ziggler stepping in for an injured Alberto Del Rio. Great matchup, especially the last few minutes between him and Christian.
It's going to be a fantastic matchup. Him and Sheamus are, it'll be very entertaining. They're going to tell a great story. It's not Dolph Ziggler's time yet. I think they rushed it because of the injury to ADR. I think it's a big mistake.
You're just a cynic. I mean, you just don't like Dolph Ziggler, and that's fine. You can admit that.
I like
Sheamus
Dolph
defeats
Ziggler.
Tensai. Spin that. Tensai's your boy.
Tensai was fantastic.
Of course he was.
You
Losing.
can't tell
1,
me
2,
he did
3,
not.
those lights are
that
pretty.
was the absolute best match.
Nobody
I've seen
cared when he
Tensai
attacked his
have.
manager so much, so I don't even remember his manager's
We're
name.
talking about the match with Sheamus, not about Yakamoto or Mr. Food, whatever his name is.
Tensai attacked Sakamoto after the matchup with Sheamus.
Right, and that's fine, but the main part of that was his match with Sheamus. That was a fight. That was a match that people entertained. You were watching the Twitter feeds, the Facebook updates, the social media networks. People weren't criticizing Tensai during that match. They were actually impressed by how good it was.
They didn't care.
I cared.
Cage match between the Big Show and Kofi Kingston. Big Show knocks Kingston out as well.
The next time I talk to Lord Tensai over sushi, I'm going to make sure he is well aware of your hatred for him.
I didn't say I hated him. I was simply analyzing how the fans reacted. I did not say he sucks. You sat here in this chair and said Cody Rhodes sucks. You want to go back to that again? Huh?
No, you can.
You're the only person that's ever said a wrestler sucked on this program. You're welcome.
Wrong?
It's time now to talk about TNA Impact, which was live this past Thursday night on Spike TV. And as you know, we are live down at Karma Bar and Grill every Thursday night watching Impact live with you. So let's go to pre-recorded comments from the two of us right after Impact went off the air from Karma this past Thursday night. Yes, we are here at Karma Bar and Grill, where we just got done watching the live TNA Impact Wrestling broadcast, David Hero, which ended with Sting being attacked by the Black Scorpion Cubed.
No. It looked like a bunch of Banes that hit the ring. You know what? Normally,
Romney's outfit?
No. Like Bane, Batman's villain. You know what's interesting is those three guys, obviously they had hoods on, but they looked very unfamiliar to me. I couldn't pick any of them out of a lineup if I had to.
One was wearing a chain on his wallet. That didn't tip you off to anything?
No, not at all.
Well, Sting coming out talking about his Hall of Fame induction announcement and was attacked. Again, though, a great ending to Impact because what did they do, David Hero?
Well, they make you want to tune in next week. And you know what? When the heavyweight title match between Ken Anderson and Bobby Roode was over, I'm like, they're going to end it with Sting thanking the fans? It's going to end flat.
You knew something had to happen. No,
we didn't. Yes, see,
that's because you still have doubt for TNA.
I always have doubt.
But you knew something, well, I knew at least, it felt as if something had to happen. There had to be some big thing to end the show. I'm not saying this was necessarily big, but it did create enough intrigue where you're wondering what's going to happen next week. And now, since the show's not taped, you have to tune in.
We got to tune in. We got to find out. I'm sure people are going to be talking about it tomorrow at the water cooler, over the weekend for Father's Day. But next Thursday, Impact Live, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Impact Zone next week.
The show started off with an Ultimate X matchup for the X Division Championship. Zema Ion and Chris Sabin going after Austin Aries, X Division Championship. Austin Aries wins. Chris Sabin may be injured. It looked pretty legit. A leg injury he may have suffered during that matchup. And after the match, Hulk Hogan would come out and confront Austin Aries, telling Aries he is the future, but if he wants a shot at Bobby Roode's championship, he had to relinquish in some form the X Division Championship, and at Destination X, he will be defending that title.
And what a great way of taking the belt off Austin Aries without losing any steam to go into a match with Bobby Roode at Destination X.
The television title was on the line as Devon defended against Hernandez. Hernandez back on Impact for the first time in a long time. Of course, we saw Hernandez last Sunday on Slammiversary, the pay-per-view. Hernandez, always impressive.
Those two guys took it to a new level. It was almost kind of like Sheamus versus Tensai. It was a stiff match. Guys punching and kicking and laying into each other. It was a good match. It was solid. Yes, my boy, Tensai. Listen, Hernandez back just in time. Obviously, Robbie E has moved off from the TV title. Now there's a whole new list of challengers for Devon's TV championship.
Why are we outside?
Because you got us kicked out of the inside.
No, that was Kaz. He was temperature checking all these girls, and I didn't realize that's what temperature check meant.
Well, you're supposed to have the glove on, right?
Bound for Glory series started tonight with a 12-man over-the-top rope gauntlet match. Participants in the matchup: RVD, Magnus, Bully Ray, Kurt Angle, the Pope. The Pope is back.
Honest to God, I thought I had to adjust my television set.
When you said to me, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "Really, really, really?"
Well, he didn't look familiar.
Robbie
normally he comes out with the Michael Jackson gimmick and stuff.
Storm, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles. The winner of that matchup would be James Storm, who gets 20 points. He's in the lead after the first match going into the Bound for Glory series. Open Fight Night coming up is going to be a challenge for a spot in the Bound for Glory series. They're smart this year with this.
You know what? They're doing a great job building the Bound for Glory series. It's a way of getting the fans to now fully get behind James Storm going forward.
Miss Tessmacher defeats Madison Rain in a Divas matchup. Tessmacher.
You know what? Don't mess with the Tess. That's for damn sure. I mean, she's rolling right now. She is going to be taking the Knockouts title to different heights and different spaces, and the big Hooters contest she's in coming up in the next few weeks. We could have the TNA Knockouts Ladies Champion as well as the TNA Knockouts Hooters Ladies Champion.
Hooters?
Yeah. She works for Hooters. She's in the Miss Hooters International Swimsuit Contest.
And Linda Kay's Miss October 2012 in the Coyote Ugly calendar.
And Linda Kay in yellow is tremendous.
We saw her earlier on here tonight at Karma. Overall, third week of the live Impact. Your thoughts, David Hero?
You know what? This week, the ending was fantastic. Great first match to start off.
Where's that dime you turn on?
What do you mean, the dime?
No, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I thought they were going to end with Sting.
I really did. They impressed me. They shocked the world. TNA Impact Wrestling. You know what? The last 3 weeks has been some pretty good TV.
Playing some good music here at Karma. One of your favorite song by Fun. We are.
Well, yeah, but your favorite song is Roxanne by the.
I don't. You don't have to leave on the red light. Coming up, though, still to come here on the Pro Wrestling Report, David Hero, we're going to talk about SmackDown and Ring of Honor Wrestling, which is coming up. And I got a big surprise for you in the Ring of Honor Wrestling Report.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't. All that along with your star of the week, which I'm sure will be a complete and total joke. What is your problem?
Nothing.
Listen, clearly, he met the shot girls earlier is what happened here at Karma. And we'll be right back with more of the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night right here on My 24 Milwaukee.
There's only one place to get the latest from pro wrestling, including the only place to get 100% verified wrestling news. Watch or listen to all of our latest TV and radio broadcasts on demand and get caught up on wrestling news between episodes. PWRshow.com is the cleanest, friendliest, and most fan-friendly source for wrestling news on the web.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson, the star of the show, here sitting alongside some hack. Let's go into this week's WWE SmackDown report, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about the Friday Night Delight that was on TV last night on Sci-Fi. And I don't, I'm torn here, David. David Otunga, my boy, attacks Brodus Clay after his matchup. Brodus had to get helped out. What's going on there? Otunga's he's wrestling this Sunday in the pre-show and No Way Out.
Yes.
Obviously Brodus Clay
is still healing from that brutal beating from the Big Show.
Is he?
And of course they have to make it look like David Otunga has a chance on the pre-show against Brodus Clay. If Brodus Clay is 100%, there's no way David Otunga gets a victory over the big man and the Funkettes.
Do you think they're going to get involved?
Oh, of course. They'll be dancing all over the place.
We already got some catfighting going on between AJ and Vicky Guerrero. What a just mess of an argument between them and obviously all the participants in the main event matchups this Sunday at No Way Out
So we got
to open
Vicky,
SmackDown.
we got AJ, we got Punk, we got Daniel
Bryan.
Danielson, and we got Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a smorgasbord of
It's like
nonsense.
Brady Bunch squares almost. You can just picture those.
The most
with Alice in the middle.
dysfunctional Brady Bunch you've ever seen right there.
John Cena attacks John Laurinaitis to end the program. Big Show not anywhere to be seen on SmackDown last night. Smart or not so smart?
I think it's perfect. I think they gave away too much with Big Show on Raw with the cage match with Kofi. I don't think you need to put Kofi and Show in a cage match to show how dominant Big Show can be. Keep him off TV. Let the fans honestly feel that he is the favorite. He is the chosen one by Johnny Ace that gets the preferential treatment.
Big tag team matchup as the team of Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler defeated the champion of CM Punk, the WWE champion CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry, Sheamus. The champions lost.
Why do they do that?
Well, so Kane can come out and beat him down, chokeslam both the champions
but
afterwards.
They always put the opponents either in tags or against in tags. Just keep them separated.
You don't think that builds for a big matchup?
No, not at all. Because, okay, first of all, you have the world champ in Sheamus, and then you have CM Punk as the WWE champ against DBD, Daniel Bryan Danielson, and Dolph Ziggler. So you already have the two best in the company on one side against two challengers. Mm-hmm. If anything, have Punk and Ziggler against Daniel Bryanson and Sheamus.
Bryanson.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to shorten the name up. It's way too long. Daniel Bryan Danielson.
If you call him by his actual WWE
I don't know,
name.
honest to God, I don't know which it is.
Daniel Bryan.
Not Bryan Danielson?
SmackDown last night, rather uneventful overall. Bucking a trend of the last several weeks where SmackDown has been a show worth talking about. Not much happened actually this week.
Because they're following Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw. That's why.
It wasn't a bad show.
No, it wasn't a bad show. Not at all. I mean, SmackDown gave the fans everything that they could have asked for. It had all their main players. Wait, was Cody there?
A lot of people have been asking where The Miz has been lately, and I want to make sure we answer that question. Make sure you know there are no rumors or shenanigans going on. The Miz is a movie star, as you know, and he is currently filming in a leading role.
He is a straight-to-DVD movie star. Big difference.
Okay.
Huge.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. What is he, a movie star? Straight to DVD
He's a
movie
movie
star.
star.
Randy Orton, straight to DVD.
He's
Kane, straight to DVD. John Cena, straight to DVD.
No.
Triple H, straight to DVD. Big Show, straight to DVD. Why do you hate?
I don't hate.
You know what's going to happen?
Please
you know what's going to
tell
happen?
me.
Well,
Please.
first let me finish my Miz update. The Miz is filming the leading role in the Marine 3. He'll be back on WWE television in approximately 6 to 8 weeks. So no need to worry.
Okay, finish.
No, it's time for the Ring of Honor report.
Of course. Change the subject, because you know I'm right.
Oh, no, I'm not changing the subject because I'm tired of your lies and your spin and your lack of truth. So next week, I have secured a special guest who will be here on set with us, who is going to set you straight.
Oh, really?
With the Book of Truth. Right here, Truth Martini from Ring of Honor Wrestling is going to be confronting you on your lies and your spin right here on this program. He's going to set you straight.
Well, that's fine, but he better be standing on his Book of Truth so he can see me face to face, eye to eye.
What's the matter? It's not the size of the dog in the fight. You're scared, aren't you? You're feared of it.
Not at all. I'm actually looking forward to this. You've really put this all together on your own some.
Put it all together. Truth Martini is going to be here in studio next week, and that should be a doozy, if you will. Yep, it's happening. Also happening from Ring of Honor, the best in the world on internet pay-per-view, their latest offering where Kevin Steen takes on Davey Richards in a no disqualification. You got that whole Daniel Davidson thing all
Daniel Bryan
mixed up with me. It is a no disqualification matchup, and it is also Richards' last chance at the Ring of Honor Championship. That happens on internet pay-per-view on June 24th. And biggest news, of course, of Ring of Honor world, as it pertains to you in Milwaukee, is they're going to be here in Milwaukee at Turner Hall on July 14th. Big show.
Night.
We gave away some tickets this past Thursday night at Karma to some of the fans who were in attendance there. You can be a part of that show by going to tickets.com, where you can purchase tickets for Ring of Honor. First time in 8 years, I believe it is, coming to Milwaukee. It's July 14th at Turner Hall. And We haven't had enough comedy in this show yet this week, so let's get to what is always the most hilarious of segments, not because it's actually funny, but it's funny, depressing. David Hero's Star of the Week.
There is only one PWR Rock Star of the Week.
Still haven't seen the check.
That's fine. I got a whole case of these. It's like
Great, I'm glad it helped you.
It's like you get paid in fish. The thing is, this week's PWR Star of the Week.
Airplane was a great movie.
It's the only
Police Academy,
person that deserves top billing. Daddy's Home. Vincent Kennedy McMahon returns to Monday Night Raw, boosts ratings. More people tune in than ever before in the longest amount of time. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Than ever before in the longest amount of time.
Yes.
What the heck does that mean?
It means the longest amount of time than ever before. This year, the best ratings of the year, isn't it? Right? 700,000.
I don't know. Why don't you put some people on that and find out for yourself? I'm sick of giving you all the information.
No, this is far from information. This here is just a run sheet that is...
Vince McMahon's his Star of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can go to PWRshow.com.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon is this week's PWR Star of the Week.
You can go to PWRshow.com to check out the rest of Be the Booker for this upcoming tomorrow's No Way Out on pay-per-view, where we talk about the matches we didn't get to here on Prime Time. So that available exclusively at PWRshow.com. It's such a fast 30 minutes when you're sitting with a pro like me, isn't it?
You're a pro, right?
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time right here on My 24 Milwaukee. We'll see you again next Saturday night.